Why do gorillas have big nostrils? Because they have big fingers.
What kind of coffee was served on the Titanic? Sanka. See, now do you understand how I told that one? Some one-liners, the answer should be obvious. So you want to tell your audience, duh. Okay? Like, why do pilgrims' pants always fall down? Because they wear their belt buckles on their hats. You know, it's great to tell jokes about England. And most people will probably get it and they'll laugh. But if nobody in your audience has been to England, they might not get it. Or somebody might tell a joke about Texans. There's lots of jokes about Texans and everybody laughs. But if you've been to Texas, or if you are a Texan, they'll be extra funny. Now, here's a good one for religious people. And I think most of us are religious here, aren't we? You can tell somebody, I asked God for a bike, but I know God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bike and asked him to forgive me. If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean one out of 5 enjoys it? Okay, that's not funny. Do you know what this word means? Kleptomania?
No.
Okay, this is an example. And this is what I'm going to do. And you shouldn't do this with jokes, but I want you to understand why jokes work. They're exclusive. You're either in the group or you're not in the group. Spencer, kleptomania means it's a sickness when you steal things impulsively. You're not really trying to be bad, but you just can't help stealing things whenever you see them. That's kleptomania, and you need to see a psychiatrist. So read this joke.
My friend has kleptomania, but when it gets bad, he takes something for it.
That was good, Spencer. You are so good at this. Now, this was one of my favorite jokes, but it's become so old that it's a groaner. And you know what? There's really, some people say, there are really only a few formula jokes. And what we do is we change them a little bit. And I've heard this one told a million ways. We change them a little bit and turn them into new jokes. But the basis of them really works. Like this one I think about because I'm a commuter and I drive a lot of times. So Spencer, this joke says,
when everything is coming your way, you're in the wrong lane.
See, now I'll tell you, the first time I heard that joke, I loved it. A guy is commuting, and his wife is watching the news, and she says, as she sees this news report, this breaking news, there's a guy driving the wrong way on the freeway. So she calls her husband on his cell phone, and he answers the phone, and she says, I just saw this terrible news break. It says on the freeway there's a guy driving the wrong way, and her husband says, it's not just one guy, there's hundreds of them. Okay, do you know what apathy is?
No.
Okay, here's another one I can help you. This is why jokes are important. We learn things in school, and jokes are like a thermometer to find out about how much we learn. Apathy is when you just don't care about anything. You just don't care about anything. So,
which is worse, ignorance or apathy? I don't know, and I don't care.
That's great. You are the best volunteer I've ever had. That's not funny. That's not funny. Do you know what the debate team is?
Yeah.
Okay.
In college, I was going to join the debate team, but someone talked me out of it.
I love that. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, now here's one about history. If you didn't pay attention to history, you wouldn't get this joke.
2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 rights make an airplane.
But 2 rights make an airplane. Now, here's a new one. Here is a new one. I'll read this one. This is a new joke that I loved when I found it. When the chips are down, the buffalo is empty. See, that was a new one. You'd never heard that, had you, Spencer? My short-term memory is not as sharp as it used to be. And also, my short-term memory is not as good as it used to be. That was good, wasn't it? Okay. Now, you're just getting to the age where your friends will love this joke. Remember this one. Don't forget this one.
My girlfriend said I should be more affectionate, so I got 2 girlfriends.
That was great. Now, here's one I stole. Okay, here's the new subject. Is it wrong to steal jokes? Can I tell you a secret? Everybody steals jokes. If you've ever told a joke you heard before, you stole it. In fact, Milton Berle used to say when he did his stand-up routine, he said, I think I'm a talented comedian, and I got to tell you, I know a good joke when I steal one. Hear one. Yeah. One of his famous lines. Okay? We talk about collecting jokes. How many of you have computers? I already asked that. Man, get on Google. Google jokes. You'll have a million good jokes. But you know what I learned? I've checked out 4 books from the library in the last month on jokes. I've got on dozens of websites. You know what happened when I find a website with 1,000 good jokes on it? 2 or 3 of them will be jokes I like. So it takes some work. It takes some practice. Nah, it's not funny. So this is why these are important. How many of you have ever gone somewhere and thought, I had some great jokes, and thought, I'm going to tell jokes, they're going to love them, and you get there, you can't think of one joke. Now this one, there are some jokes I've heard that I love that don't make me laugh, but I love them, and I'll get back to you in just a second. What do you call a Polish astronomer? Now right away you think Polish jokes aren't good, they're rude, they're not even funny. But what do you call? 70s. Yeah, what do you call a Polish astronomer? Copernicus.